Russia appears to be expanding its attack as a local church offers its support for those suffering in Ukraine.
Plus, a court appearance today for a man shot by law enforcement includes a profanity-laced courtroom outburst.
And a chilly Saturday before we really spring forward on Sunday in terms of temperatures. You're going to want to see this forecast. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now. Russian forces are taking the fight in Ukraine westward, attacking 2 military airports today, and troops, once part of a 40-mile-long Russian convoy outside the capital of Kyiv, have started to fan into towns and even forests.
Well, that could indicate an attack is imminent. Russian forces unleashing more airstrikes on residential neighborhoods, hitting a kindergarten and an apartment complex in the eastern Ukraine city of Dnipro in the suburbs surrounding Kyiv. A continued punishing assault sent residents running for their lives. At least 2 more hospitals also leveled today. The World Health Organization estimates at least 18 medical facilities have come under attack. Earlier today, President Biden and the European allies announced more economic sanctions against Moscow, aiming to make it more difficult for Russia to trade. The president also announcing a U.S. ban on Russian seafood, vodka, and diamonds, but reiterated Americans will not enter Ukraine.
The idea that we're going to send in offensive equipment and have planes and tanks and trains going in with American pilots and American crews, just understand, and don't kid yourself, no matter what you all say, that's called World War III, okay?
The president said the U.S. will make sure Ukraine has the weapons it needs to defend itself, along with money, help with food, and open arms for refugees if they come here.
A community in Oregon with ties to a sister church in Ukraine is coming together to offer prayers for the most affected by the violence. Dahalil Mohideen spoke with church leaders.
Leaders at Faith Lutheran Church are hoping to give people wanting to support Ukraine an outlet.
What a lot of people have been doing is just doom scrolling on Facebook constantly, and so we wanted to do something more productive.
A place to show how much they care.
We will do what Christians have historically done in times of crisis, and we will gather together and we will pray.
Where they can also gain a better understanding of the conflict.
To hear from people that have actually been in Ukraine, working in Ukraine.
A first-hand experience from people like Nicholas and Carrie Lopper.
We do mostly preventative health care, traveling around the country in these RV vehicles.
Spending the last 20 years doing missionary work in Ukraine, they grew to love the country and its people.
Their willingness to share all those special aspects of their culture, from their food to their special holidays and dances.
At the time of the invasion, the Lappers were on vacation in Egypt, but had plans to return to Ukraine.
The actual day of the no-fly zone being put up.
But unable to do that, they're still trying to find ways to help.
We have been working on a food supply chain of the first shipment.
And looking to their church community.
We know our salvation is secure, and that frees us up then to care about those around us and to pray for them and to help them when we can. And so we desire to do that because Christ has called us to do that.
In Oregon, Dahalil Mohideen, News 3 Now.
Faith Lutheran Church is helping collect donations to gather food, water, and medical supplies for the people of Ukraine. If you wish to give, you can visit their website and select the Ukraine Aid and Assistance Fund.
More than 2.5 million Ukrainians have now fled their country since the start of this conflict. Some of them today were in for a little surprise. Children and their families met by clowns after crossing into Moldova. 2 Israeli so-called medical clowns tried to bring some cheer in the freezing conditions by goofing around and handing out balloons. Locally, Habitat for Humanity Dane County joining a global effort to help relocate these refugees. The organization supporting families in Hungary, Poland, Romania, Slovakia. They've distributed hotel vouchers to hundreds of thousands of refugees so far, and the Dane County branch also raising emergency funds to help refugees find more permanent housing.
So it is a little bit of a disaster relief effort, but it's such an extreme situation that Habitat's wanted to help immediately, as well as building long-term for the refugees when they get to where they're finally going to be.
Habitat also planning to repurpose empty schools and factories into refugee housing. If you'd like to help their efforts, visit habitatdane.org/donate, then click on the Ukraine humanitarian response. And to stay up to date on all things Ukraine, check out our page dedicated to it on our website. From local efforts to developments on the ground, channel3000.com is the place to go.
New video next at 10, parts of the South getting hit with an unusual snowstorm tonight. We're seeing a look at pictures and video from Memphis, Tennessee, which is now blanketed in white. Snow is also impacting parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama. Well, around here, it's just very cold, but that will be changing later this weekend. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Yeah, the skies are clear. We still have a little bit of snow cover on the ground, and the winds are still kind of brisk out of the northwest. The snow flurries that we had earlier today have raced off to the east. Now there's lake effect snows downwind from Lake Superior and Lake Michigan. But around here, temperatures made it to the upper 20s to around 30, and that was around lunchtime. And then we started to drop off. Madison hit 27. Janesville was one of the warmer spots at 30. But look where we are now. Temperatures are in the teens and single digits. And then you factor in those winds, and we're seeing wind chills now below zero from Madison on toward the north and west. And by tomorrow morning, we'll be down to around 2 degrees above zero in Madison, with wind chills as cold as 15 below zero. Tomorrow's high temperature is still well below normal at 23. But as the clocks spring forward tomorrow night, we'll see our temperatures spring forward in a big way for Sunday. I'll have more on that in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. The man whose family claims he was shot in the back multiple times during his arrest on Madison's east side, back in court today for a hearing. Quadrin Wilson facing drug charges which were filed weeks after his arrest. He's accused of selling drugs to someone, which later resulted in their death. Wilson's attorney and family have questioned the charge since the incident happened 10 months before he was arrested, and why it warranted such a large law enforcement operation involving a total of 21 officers. Today, the judge denied a request to have those charges dismissed. And also during that hearing today, things escalated quickly when a man who appeared to be Wilson's brother was thrown out of court during the hearing for cursing and yelling during testimony.
That's not relevant. Well, that's bull. We'll send it up. You.
A deputy testified for more than an hour, laying out some of the evidence prosecutors have against Wilson. Court commissioner eventually ruled in the state's favor, saying there is enough evidence to move that case forward.
The man accused of killing 6 people at a 2021 Christmas parade in Waukesha will head to trial in October. 39-year-old Darrell Brooks Jr. was in court today. He previously pleaded not guilty to 77 charges against him, including homicide and reckless endangerment. In addition to the 6 killed, more than 60 others were injured that day. Brooks is expected back in court on March 29th. Locally, 2 young boys have been cited following a number of thefts in Stoughton. In a Facebook post, the city's police department said it recovered several packages that had been stolen in the city. The boys, ages 12 and 13, were caught on Ring doorbell video connected to one theft, and when interviewed, admitted to several others. State officials have now destroyed the rifle Kyle Rittenhouse used to shoot 3 people during protest in Kenosha in 2020. The state crime lab says it was destroyed on February 25th. Rittenhouse's attorneys and prosecutors agreed in January that the gun would be destroyed. Prosecutors filed multiple charges against Rittenhouse, but a jury acquitted him on all counts in November, saying he acted in self-defense.
A new lawsuit has been filed in the Gabby Petito case. Her family now accusing the Laundries of knowing about Gabby's murder and alleges Brian Laundrie's parents were trying to help him flee the country. The couple had been on a cross-country trip. Her family reported her missing on September 11th. Her body then found in Wyoming several days later. Laundrie then disappeared into a Florida reserve where he was later discovered dead. And news out of the NFL tonight, a Harris County, Texas grand jury has decided not to criminally charge Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson over allegations of sexual harassment and sexual misconduct. Watson still faces more than 22 civil lawsuits by women, many alleging sexual assault and misconduct. The young quarterback, an NFL superstar, having been selected for 3 Pro Bowls in his 5 seasons. He didn't play last year because of investigations into those allegations.
The average number of new COVID cases in Dane County is continuing to fall to levels we haven't seen since last summer. In their daily data snapshot update, Public Health says the 14-day average of new cases per day has dropped to 76, continuing a weeks-long falling trend. Today also marks 2 years since the World Health Organization declared a pandemic. Then the world was facing down a new virus with many unknowns, especially that it was capable of spreading so easily. Nearly 80 million have since been infected, and more than 950,000 have died as the U.S. and the rest of the world experienced surge after surge from variants like Alpha, Delta, and Omicron.
Everybody wants to know whether there is another variant coming. And I'll tell you what, I don't know. But I will tell you that I never bet against natural selection. We shouldn't be assuming that the virus is done with us.
He says while we are in a far better place than 2 years ago, we need to learn from this experience that pandemics don't simply go away.
New tonight, a 7-year-old child detained by police today for bringing a gun to school in Florida. Fort Lauderdale police say school officials received information that a student had a gun on campus. The school's guardian was able to speak with the child and locate that weapon. 2 people are dead, 3 others critically injured after a vehicle plowed through an outdoor seating area at a Northwest D.C. restaurant this afternoon. Police say the driver, who is cooperating, is an elderly man. They say at the time it appears to be accidental. At least 11 people were hurt. 8 were taken to hospitals. Students are still at home or in daycare as a Minneapolis educators strike continues. Day 4 of the strike. It seems like the district and the union are no closer to a deal and millions of dollars apart. Teachers say they've been clear about what they want: higher wages, better mental health support, and smaller class sizes.
A day after the MLB announced the return of professional baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers are welcoming thousands of fans back for the season's home opener with a great ticket price. It is offering 5,000 terrace-level tickets for $414 each, matching the game date of April 14th as the crew takes on the Cubs. 414 is also the local area code. That's why April 14th is a local holiday known as Milwaukee Day. And in that spirit, the first pitch will be thrown at, of course, 4:14 p.m. And in Green Bay, after a stock sale that generated nearly $66 million in new money, the Packers say they will be raising ticket prices at Lambeau Field for the upcoming 2022 season. Prices for regular season tickets in the Stadium Bowl will be $4 to $7 more expensive, while the prices for preseason tickets will go up $2 to $4. We have more details on our website, channel3000.com. And still to come tonight, we have a warm-up on the way for the second half of the weekend. Barry will have your forecast.
Plus, a Milwaukee icon makes a return. We'll check out the new bronze Fonz when we come back.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cash back on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
To experience all the feelings inspired by Lexus at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Crispy fish with that spicy kick. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
During the Mattress Madness sale at Steinhafels, save big on all the best brands of mattresses at the best prices, in stock and ready for delivery. Like a Beauty Rest Black Queen mattress, starting at just $19.99. And you'll get $200 in Steinhafels cash. Get a Queen Tempur-Pedic for just $21.99 and get $200 in Steinhafels cash. And with Steinhafels special financing and free delivery, you can't make a mistake. It's the Mattress Madness sale. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Right now at Menards, Dutch Boy Forever Interior Flat Paint is $28.47 after 11% rebate.
Saturday morning on News 3 Now, basketball highlights from the Big Ten tournament as the Badgers take on Michigan State.
And it's the tale of 2 seasons. Get the weekend forecast Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus, get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
In the wake of tragedy, a renewed push to change Wisconsin's constitution on how cash bail is handled. But some say better solutions are being ignored.
It doesn't actually make our system more fair or keep us safer.
News 3 Now investigates the changing landscape of bail reform in Wisconsin, Sunday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Happy days are here again, and not just because it will be warming up soon. After a bit of work, the Bronze Fonz is back in its place on the Milwaukee Riverwalk. This afternoon, the city hosted an official reinstallation and unveiling ceremony. The statue was removed at the beginning of February for routine maintenance. The Bronze Fonz depicts actor Henry Winkler, Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz, a character in the 1970s television series Happy Days, which was set in Milwaukee.
People from around the country and from around the world, I think even, their perceptions about Milwaukee were established by characters in sitcoms. You think about Laverne, you think about Shirley, you think about, hey, Fonzie himself, who's returning to our Riverwalk today.
The bronze sculpture has been in place since 2008, attracting visitors for selfies.
A spider warning for this next story. A species originally from Southeast Asia is making its presence felt in the American Southeast. Experts say it won't be long before they're spotted up and down the East Coast.
No.
Michael George has more.
They're big, about the size of the palm of your hand, and they've quickly spread in Georgia since they first arrived last year. Now, a new study from the University of Georgia predicts Joro spiders are about to spin their populations even further.
No predators. It doesn't have anything that's controlling its population size in the new habitat, but it has perfect conditions to spread.
Originally from Southeast Asia, researchers say the eight-legged creatures are unusual because they're able to survive in colder climates.
We exposed them to a brief period of cold, only for a couple of minutes at below freezing temperatures. And most of the Juros did just fine.
But while they may look scary to some, scientists say they're highly unlikely to bite.
Its fangs are so small relative to most human skin that it probably will not be able to get its fangs into you even if it wanted to.
It's unclear the Joro spider's impact on the environment, but some researchers believe they're not harmful. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Who cares if they bite? I mean, if they look like that, you want that anywhere near you? No.
What do you think? No.
The answer is no.
Oh, heck no.
The study found that Joros have a 77% higher heart rate than relatives. That enables it to survive a brief freeze, but not a Wisconsin. Not a Wisconsin.
It better
freeze.
not.
East Coast.
Okay, stay east, please. So it is that time of year again where you're going to lose an hour of sleep, at least just for one night. This Sunday, March 13th at 2 a.m., we will spring forward. The current daylight saving period was established with the Energy Policy Act of 2005 and went into effect in 2007. As of last year, 33 states have proposed bills to end daylight saving time, but legislation can't take effect until the federal law changes.
Now you're going to get me started on this.
I know. You have a lot to say about this.
I think we need to put in the Canelty Compromise. Basically, what you do is you skew the time zones. The southern part of the United States makes perfect sense to have daylight time. The farther north you go, the less sense it makes because you have more variation between the winter and the summer daylight. So you don't want kids going to school in the dark at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's what you'd have with daylight saving time.
But more importantly, Gary, will tomorrow's weather kill every surviving spider?
That's what we want to know.
That's more important.
We got to find out how cold
it's going to be. Cold tomorrow.
It's going to be pretty cold tomorrow morning. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Sunshine early in the morning gave way to a brief period of clouds and a few snow flurries that zipped through in about 10 minutes, and then skies clear out in the afternoon. And now those clear skies tonight are really going to allow the temperatures to drop off. In fact, 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for another cold night tonight with temperatures down just above 0 and wind chills as cold as 15 below 0. Tomorrow, high temperatures only in the lower 20s when we should be in the lower 40s. But snow showers and flurries will move in tomorrow night for a brief period, should not amount to very much. And then we're looking for high temperatures around 50 on Sunday and around 60 by Wednesday of next week. High temperatures today, nowhere near those levels. 20s, teens through most of the Midwest, even 30s as far south as St. Louis. You can see it was warm south of the Ohio River, but those temperatures have been dropping. That's where they've got winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories for snow, as temperatures now have dropped to below freezing through much of western Tennessee and almost all of Kentucky, and those temperatures will continue to drop. Meantime, the northern part of the Midwest, temperatures are below 0, and we're, 11 days into March? Wind chill in International Falls, Minnesota, 23 below 0. Don't like to see that either. Wind chill advisories in effect for northern Wisconsin, about the northern half of Minnesota, and parts of North Dakota for wind chills down to 35 below 0 tonight. To the south, winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings for that snow across Kentucky, Tennessee, and into New England. Upper level Gale winds right now from the northwest, but things are starting to change. Out to the west, we continue to watch the jet stream start to push northward in the Pacific Ocean. A big storm heading for western Canada, so that drives the jet stream northward, and that is the milder Pacific air that will start working its way eastward across the country beginning the second half of the weekend. In the short term, though, we're dealing with the cold air. Here's the front that generated the snow flurries earlier today. High pressure over North Dakota. That's the center of that cold air mass, and temperatures are very cold through all of the upper Midwest. Single digits above and below zero to our north and west. Madison barely in the teens. Wind chills right now below zero almost the entire state. Northwestern parts of the state, wind chills approaching 20 below zero. But on future track, after the cold night tonight, those winds start to become southwesterly tomorrow. Temperatures start warming up tomorrow night as the snow showers move through. And then on Sunday, temperatures jump up to around 50 degrees. For tonight, low of 2 above zero, wind chills down to 15 below zero by morning, but tomorrow's high 23, and then those snow showers and flurries come in tomorrow night. That's followed by that big warm-up. 49 Sunday, 52 Monday, 51 on Tuesday, 61 on Wednesday. Some showers a little cooler for Friday, and then temperatures warm back up to the upper 50s for the start of the following week.
And coming up in sports, Badgers bounce from the Big Ten tournament. What happened to Wisconsin in the quarterfinals? That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's the frozen food sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hy-Vee. Brew Pub Pizza, just $4.99. It's Your Churn ice cream, only $2.99. And Van de Kamp's fish, just $4.48. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
It's the frozen food sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hy-Vee. Banquet pot pies, just 88 cents. Blue Ribbon Classics, only $4.99. And Farmland Sausage, 2 for just $4. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Wisconsin and Michigan State have met 10 times in the Big Ten tournament, with the Spartans winning 6 of those games, including the last 2. But the most memorable one the 2015 title game. Remember this game? Badgers down double digits in the second half, rallied to force overtime, and then ended up cutting down the nets in Chicago. Win 3 games in 3 days, and Wisconsin will do it again, and it starts with beating Michigan State. This was a snoozer in the first half, but things picked up in the final 20. Badgers down 7, and here comes Brad Davison. That triple cuts to 4. Brad finished with 23 points. Then later, it's Chucky Hepburn, dialing one up from deep to tie it at 58. He finished with 11. So did Johnny Davis. But Tyson Walker would answer for MSU. He sinks back-to-back buckets, and Wisconsin is bounced from the Big Ten tournament. 69-63 the final. They'll have to wait until Sunday to see who and where they'll be playing in the NCAA tournament. State girls basketball, Reedsburg taking on Pewaukee in the Division II semifinals. Beavers came in undefeated, and Sydney Cherney is a big reason why. She spins and wins for 2. Cherney finished with 17. Reedsburg, though, trailed by 9 at the break, and the second half belonged to Pewaukee. Amy Terrian connects from deep, part of her 31 points. Beavers fall in the semis 73-43.
Obviously, it's pretty hard. I've been close with the whole team for a long time. Obviously, one of the girls is my sister, just working hard my whole life to hopefully get a gold ball with my sister, but obviously it didn't happen.
You know, this one will sting for a while, but I think it won't be long, and we'll look back and be so very proud of how they did things.
Down in Division 5, Highland in their first trip to state taking on Randolph, who was making their second, and it was tough sledding for the Cardinals. Down early, Rachel Miller drops home the floater to stop a rocket run, but Randolph had it going on today. The ball movement finds Maddie DeVries, and she connects for 2 of her game-high 13. Rockets head to the finals for the first time in school history with a 47-25 win.
We have a resilient group of girls, and whatever comes our way, they battle through it. It's really been a selfless group. We got into 2 big rhythms in the first half, one in the first half, one in the second half, that really got us over the edge. I think they maybe cut it to 9 twice in the second half, but not really less than that. And I'm happy for their resiliency, happy we get to play another game and play for the gold ball tomorrow.
And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
I never would have thought that Ron Johnson would have ever been somebody that I can say is family. I remember thinking, wow, he actually came here, but he actually took the time to step in the door and support my husband in a program, in a vision, in a dream. It was like their visions of helping the people were all one glue. And when the 2 of them got together, they developed a program called the Joseph Project.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Welcome back to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, where the action's really heating up.
Yeah, Jerry, let's go down to Tina and see what's happening.
Thanks, guys. We're here with Cheryl and Greg, and they just won the huge jackpot. What are you guys gonna do with all that cash?
We're gonna go to Fiji.
I'm gonna see my mom. Hi, Mom. They're going to visit Mom. Maybe they'll take her on vacation.
Oh, it looks like a great day for Cheryl and Greg.
Hey, I wish I could join them.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
These squirrels are better at saving than we are. And more organized, too.
Try embracing your inner squirrel. When you open a BMO Harris Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward every month you save.
That sounds great.
You can also set up savings goals and easily track your progress.
That could help us redo the yard.
You could really go nuts. I'll show myself out.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Broadway's Tony-winning Best Musical is Dear Evan Hansen.
Carry you.
Benson, May 10th to 15th at Overture Center. Find your tickets at overture.org today.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, Sunday on 60 Minutes, Nora O'Donnell goes behind the scenes in London to tell the improbable tale of Ted Lasso.
She spoke with Jason Sudeikis, who is one of the co-creators, writers, and stars of the hit show.
Knock-a-doodle-doo.
Good morning, Coach Lasso.
Boy, that's a heaping spoonful of truth soup right there.
What do you think the legacy of Ted Lasso is decades from now?
Well, folks keep watching it.
Hey, Hagen!
Oh. It's a decent chance it'll pay for my kids' college. Unless I blow it all.
You don't think it's already done that?
You don't think I've already blown it?
You can watch more of the interview on 60 Minutes this Sunday on CBS.
I know a lot of people looking forward to that. Let's go to Gary. Final chip. We got kind of a wild weekend ahead of us.
It's cold out there right now. There's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam. At least there's no snow out there. We had that little band of flurries come through earlier. But look at the temperatures. Already down to 12 in Madison, single digits to the north and west. And you factor in the winds, we're seeing wind chills now below 0 for most of southern Wisconsin. By tomorrow morning, down to about 2 wind chills, down to about 15 below. High tomorrow, 23. That's still about 20 degrees below normal. But take a look at what happens after that. 49 Sunday, 50s Monday and Tuesday, and 60s on Wednesday. Some showers toward the end of next week, but temperatures staying at or above normal through the start of the following week.
First day of spring on the horizon, too, right there. Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good and have a great weekend.